Florida Harbor is a boater's paradise. As a tourist destination and a retirement community, our waters are busy 7 days a week. Hi, I'm Elizabeth Billings with CCTV, News You Can Use. What happens if you're out on the water and you need help? Here to tell us more is Jason Fair. Thank you for joining us.
Thank you.
So tell us about the Charlotte County FIre-EMS Marine Operations Team.
Certainly. Charlotte County Fire-EMS is a marine operations team that basically has 5 men and women that are trained and ready to respond to marine emergencies and familiar with our vessels. And they're on 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, and ready for that response at any time. In addition to that, what they do is they have 2 specific vessels that are on the water all the time. And then we have another additional vessel, which is a smaller vessel that we use up in the rivers and the canals and things like that. And we respond to all of the waterways throughout Charlotte County, but also to assist other agencies too in our surrounding counties.
Give us some examples of the calls that you receive.
Our calls are basically we run any kind of marine emergency, marine response on the water. So such as whether you have a distressed swimmer, a vessel in distress, capsized vessel, fires on the water, and we also get involved with search operations as well. And for marine operations, we are also the only transport capability for medical emergencies on the barrier islands. So those marine response vessels also are the EMS transport for the barrier islands.
What other agencies do you coordinate with?
We are very involved with the Coast Guard, U.S. Coast Guard, and we are part of their response matrix. We also coordinate with, you have the Sheriff's Office for Charlotte County. We respond and work with them on a regular basis, and then the surrounding districts as well, whether it be Boca Grande, whether it be Pine Island, Lee County, and we're part of that marine emergency response team that makes up our region and the coastal responses in that region.
You have 2 units. Explain to me how that works.
We have Marine 1, which is basically out here in the Gasparilla area that runs the intercoastal and it has the offshore responses, and that's their primary response zone, and they'll come up into the harbor. We have Marine 2, which is stationed up towards Lashley, Punta Gorda area, and that basically will come out this way to back up Marine 1 and also respond up into the rivers. And then we'll respond both of those units depending on what that response is. For example, if we have inclement weather, a steer environment that they're responding into, then we'll have that second vessel come and back them up, because again, you're talking about, this agency's 24 hours a day, so they're backing each other up to ensure that safety is there for our personnel as well as those we're responding to.
How do they get a hold of you, or is it just calling 911?
911 is obviously the most obvious and the most used response we have is the 911 system. But what we have in addition to that is you have the VHF system on the marine units in the water. So a lot of those calls will come in that way, especially if our units are on patrol at any one time and they're able to capture those calls. They'll respond directly over the VHF. And then we'll also get phone calls, ring down calls from Coast Guard that's received a distress signal. They'll ring into our system, and then we'll get dispatched through our regular dispatch channels.
Is there anything else you would like the viewers to know?
Certainly. Rest comfortable knowing that you've got highly trained men and women ready to serve at a moment's notice whenever needed, specifically to the Marine Operations Team as well. And while we don't wish emergencies on anyone, we are ready and willing to serve in that area, and the men and women are ready to do that job whenever called upon.
Thank you, Jason, for joining us.
Thank you.
So come out and enjoy our harbors, knowing that Charlotte County FIre-EMS Marine Operations Team is standing by. I'm Elizabeth Billings reporting for CCTV, News You Can Use.